Hey, what's up, Western? It's Serene.
And I'm Jennifer.
And we're chilling with our tall, dark stranger here in the UCC. Get ready for TV Western.
Sun's down, the crowd is coming over me. Front row, breaking down security. The encore is the cover of the Beach Boys. The phone rings, the song stops, it brings me down to earth. I'm just a patio rock star on my 5-string guitar. I'm just a patio rock star, waving at the passing cars. I'm just a patio rock star. I open for your favorite CD.
All right, Weston, we have a lot of stuff to plow through today, so let's get started. First off, we are covering Health Week because it was Health Week this past week in the UCC. We're going to tell you how to stay fit and stay healthy at school.
We also have Sophia. She checked out Food and Sports Services at Western, also known as Manger. And we have Wendy. She was scouring the used bookstore for used books. And later on, we'll wrap up with my story at Student Development Services. And throughout the show, we're asking students about their Thanksgiving weekend and if they have a tradition that you may not be familiar with. Do you have any of those?
Not really. I'm not very traditional. You?
No, we just have family reunion, lots of turkey. It's good stuff.
You? No, no comment. No, probably because he has no mouth. Anyways, check out the stories now.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about Health Week and what's planned?
Yeah, this week is Health Week, and today we kind of have a few different health issues set up. So right behind me here, we have a substance awareness. So what this is, we've pretty much focused on drunk driving and sober driving, I guess you'd say. So we built a pyramid out of beer boxes and just put information all around that. And on this table here, we have sober awareness and drunk driving pamphlets, buttons, keychains, and all of it's free. So anyone can come up and grab something, ask some questions, or read anything they like. And then further behind me, we have women's issues. So kind of like breast cancer, like safe sex, stuff like that. We also have a breast cancer booth. And then right behind me over here, MAD came in for us today. So they're doing a drunk driving simulation. So what it is it's a video game and you drive around a track once when you're sober, I guess you can say, and then next time you put on beer goggles. So it's like you have a 0.08 alcohol tolerance. So it's really interesting to see the difference between when you're drunk and sober.
And which health issues concern you most as a student?
I think to me, actually probably drinking and driving and just drinking in general, because being a student at Western, and Western especially is a reputation as being a party school, I think drinking and driving and drinking and excess drinking and binge drinking is very plausible to many of the students here. So I think just getting awareness out, and I know everyone always does little booths and forums, so I think just kind of like pressing it in all the time and just making them very aware of what's going on will eventually help.
This is an initiative through an organization called Canadian Campus Retail Associates. So it's universities across Canada that have come up with this initiative to sell T-shirts to raise money for breast cancer this year. So all it says Western Cares on the T-shirt, but all the universities on the back are ones that are supporting it. So that's why we're here. It's for the month of October, and we're doing something different and special every Wednesday. The shirts are on sale in the bookstore every day, but every Wednesday we do an extra push, and today it's the walk.
So the T-shirts are available all month, not just Wednesdays?
Yeah, they're available all month down at the bookstore for $10.
And can you tell us where the $10 is going to?
It all goes to breast cancer, the whole $10. Yeah.
Now today you guys are doing a walk?
Yes. Well, anybody that is welcome to do the walk. There's a planned route through the campus, and anybody that does the walk can come back and have a free lunch.
This is actually the Women's Issues Network. We're a service run through UW Western Students' Council. We're here today talking about and trying to give information to the students about healthy living for students and particularly for women on our campus. So we're doing that through a number of different ways. Particularly at our specific booth, we've got information about sexual health and different ways that you can protect yourself, have healthy relationships, as well as dealing with things like sexual assault and things like that. We've created the Women's Issues Network through our organization, people emailing in different favorite recipes and stuff. We've created a recipe book of gluten-free, vegetarian, and vegan food, which is delicious and amazing. We have information about our network and why it's important to be healthy. And then over here at V-Day, which is kind of like our surrogate, they're giving information about HIV and sexual diseases and how it's important for the student to be aware of these issues and keeping themselves healthy and safe. And the dietitian will be down shortly. She's just right over there. And she's the UWO dietitian, so she's paid for by the students, and she's amazing. She does so many cool things on our campus. And then right around the corner, we have the women from Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
And why do you personally think women's health is such an important issue?
Well, I think a lot of times women's bodies in particular are a little bit medicalized. And what I mean by that is that women's bodies are treated as these things to be given medication to be treated and looked at very much from a scientific point of view. And they're kind of taken away from the subject. Like, it's your body, but often you get told what to do about it, how to get treated, and you're not really a part of the process. And so when trying to kind of give that back to women, trying to say, get involved in your own health, be aware of what's going on, find out about this medication that they're trying to put into, find out about your own sexual health, find out about your eating habits and how you can help yourself better as well as help the environment. I think as a student it's also really important because we're at a stage in life where we can be more aware. We have so many different outlets available to us on our campus, and why not use them?
When you get pulled up for impaired driving, they'll do a roadside sobriety test, and they will actually make you walk one foot in front of the other just to see what your balance is like. Maybe even touch a pen. Usually you miss it, then they know there's something going on. Then they'll give you a roadside breath test. You fail that, they take you to the police station. Within 20 minutes, they'll give you another breath test to see whether your BAC, which is your blood alcohol content, is going up or down. So at 0.08 is legally impaired, and at 0.10 they will charge you, and you will end up going to court.
I see some interesting stuff going on behind us with goggles and driving. Do you want to explain a little about that?
This is a simulator car that we've invested in, and what we do is we get participants to try driving the track without the goggles, and then we'll put the goggles on that make them legally impaired, just to see the difference in how they drive, the speed, what they hit. One young man just came up earlier on, and as soon as he took off with the goggles on, he hit the girl with the flag, drove right over her. Then he rear-ended a couple of vehicles. So in reality, you keep going with the game, but in reality, you may not keep going. So we have had impairments where somebody's been hit and run. So it happens. People are that impaired that they don't realize exactly what they've done, or they choose to ignore it and just keep going and leave people to die on the side of the road.
And what made you want to get involved with MAD to spread this information to students?
Back in October of '96, I can say I'm one of the fortunate ones because my car was hit by an impaired driver. I just got out of it. It was hit by a full-size GMC pickup truck in a parking lane. I just got out and the car was dragged 90 feet down the road, spun around and completely smashed. The driver took off thinking there was somebody in the vehicle. He wasn't actually charged with impaired, but when the police officer got to him 5 minutes later, he called it in, so they didn't charge him with leaving the scene of the accident, or should I say the collision. They didn't charge him with impaired because they didn't get him at the scene, but he could not walk to the police car. He was that loaded. So I decided right there and then that I wanted to get out there and get this message across. But it shouldn't take for somebody to be affected by this. You either agree with drinking and driving or you don't agree with drinking and driving. So we want to get the message across, especially to the younger people out there, because there's a lot of peer pressure in school and that to do what your friends are doing. But just think of the big picture. That's all we ask you to do.
No. I was just asking my sister to do the